Hey Libras, and welcome to my channel. This is for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. The message is general, so it may apply, it may not. So just take what fits, leave what don't. My focus is on love, but it may apply to different areas of your life. The energy can be vice versa. So remember that. Don't pay attention to the male, female cards. They can be either way because we all have feminine and masculine energy within us. So just take the message, and if it fits, apply it where it goes. If it doesn't, leave it. All right, let's see what your focus is this weekend, Libra. Whoa. Chemistry. And codependency. So there is a strong magnetic attraction here, and addictions are affecting your romantic life there, Libras. Let's see what the cards got in store for you. I did have some interesting cards come out in your pre-shuffle, so we'll get to that here in just 1 second. Let's pull in your energy and see where we're going this weekend. Spirit and angels, what messages do you have for Libra? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the weekend in love. All right, we're ready. What is Libra's current situation in love? All right. So, you have the 9 of Pentacles, becoming independent, focusing on yourself, really doing something that's going to make a huge difference for you in love in the near future. A lot of you that is doing what's best for you and walking away. There could be a little bit of an argument here with somebody about you wanting to focus on yourself, wanting your independence. Let's get the rest of your cards before we go too far in that. All right, in the recent past, Libra, you guys have Justice and Temperance, both in reverse. Could be dealing with a Sagittarius or another Libra. In the recent past, you could have tried to, this could be your spouse. You could have wanted to end this, and for some reason, neither one of you ended it. For some of you, there could have been addictions in the past affecting this situation, but now one of you is taking a different path, taking another route. They're walking away, or you are, Libra. Bottom of the deck is a 3 of Swords. This does break your heart. What's the near future look like? But there is a need to heal from something that was done to you in the past that was unjust. That was not right. Yeah, there was a spouse involved that is moving forward that broke your heart. In the near future, you are moving forward, but you're moving forward very slowly. You're very unsure of what the future holds for you. In your foundation. And it's hard because you do have a lot of feelings for this Libra, but you feel like you have to go. You can't keep doing this. You can't keep putting up this fight when there needs to be healing and some resolve from that unjust relationship that you were in. In your foundation, you're at a crossroads. You need to make some plans. You need to figure out where you're going moving forward. In the crowning of your reading, yeah, the 7 of Swords. So I'm going to get some clarifier on that before I go too far in there. In your position, Libra, what is their position in this whole thing? Okay. I'm being told to take them all, so we will. It's the 6 of Pentacles, the Tower, and the 8 of Wands. In the other person's position, who's Libra dealing with and what's their position in all this? They are the 6 of Swords. What's Libra's emotions? That was a Three of Swords, but there's a whole stack of them. So what is Libra's emotions in all this? The Eight of Swords and the Hanged Man. And the potential outcome of this situation. Potential outcome. Okay, the Ace of Swords in reverse. Bottom of the deck in shared energy is the Eight of Pentacles. Clarified with the Nine of Swords and the King of Pentacles. So this is definitely a spouse that we're dealing with. The next card is the Eight of Cups. So most definitely we got some moving on going on here. Let me get a clarifying deck here. All right, why is the Nine of Pentacles? Okay, the Nine of Pentacles. So it's clarified with the Ace of Cups in reverse. This is really upsetting you. This is a lot of tears cried. This is a lot of heavy heart, a lot of sadness. You don't want to be independent for some of you, or not independent, but you don't want to be single for some of you. You were hoping that this would turn out different because there is a strong attraction to this person. But something has happened along the way. And this doesn't have to be like drugs or alcohol. It can be, there's so many addictions that, you know, it could be a codependency on finances. It could be an addiction to, you know, anything that takes away from the relationship in excess is an addiction. But this has been your challenge to becoming independent is doing what's best for you and knowing it's time to walk away from this connection. You don't want to be single. You want this relationship to restore, but the damage has been done and the sadness is here. The heartbreak is here. And your challenge to becoming single is you knowing it's time to walk away. You know it would be best for you, but you're having a hard time doing it. But this cycle has come to a completion. This karmic lesson is over, and it's time to release this person. Why is the Five of Swords their challenge? Yeah, you want to stay and fight for this connection, but it's complete. The nines are completion. So this has really put you through the ringer. This is really, this has probably been the most difficult time in your life up to this point. Whether to walk away, or the most difficult decision, I mean, whether to walk away and sever ties from this person or try to stay and make it work. But if you stay and make it work, nobody's winning. There's a lot of conflict here. It's like the damage has already been done for this group of you. Why is Libra here in reverse? Or not Libra. Why is Justice here in reverse in the past? Why is Justice here in the past? Yeah, so there was a lot of unfair things done in the past with this relationship. Libra, you could have been the one that stepped out on the relationship, even though you could be dealing with a Sagittarius or a Cancer, but there's an apology here for the unjust acts that were done in this relationship in the past. But they didn't accept the apology, or they did this to you and you're not accepting the apology. Either way, there was an injustice done within this relationship due around sexual energy, about being in and out, back and forth. Somebody could have stepped out on this relationship, but now that it's done, there needs to be some healing. In the past, you refused to heal from it, Libra, because you didn't want it to be over. And now it's all coming, all these emotions are coming out, or coming to the surface. Why is the Knight of Pentacles here in the future? Yeah, so you're going, in the near future, you're going to be moving forward slow. You don't have a whole lot of motivation to move forward, but you are going to get your emotions, and your heart is going to heal. You're going to get a grip on those emotions. You're going to find that balance. You could be moving out of a house with this person and in with your mother for some of you until you can get on your feet, or a sister or an aunt or a grandmother. I'm seeing some of you moving in with a feminine energy within the family, just to get your feet on the ground, to get your heart back, to where it needs to be, to get your head back where it needs to be, because the ending of this is very emotional, and it's a big upset, and there was a lot of betrayal and deceit in the past, a lot of sneaky energy. Why is the Two of Wands here in the foundation? And remember, this can go vice versa, so whichever side you're on, it doesn't matter. Just put it where it goes. But the way the cards are here, Libra, for a lot of you, it looks like you were the one that stepped out on the relationship. But it doesn't have to be. Remember, it's general. It can be vice versa. So your person may have done this to you, but no matter what, either situation, you guys already know about it. It's come to light. It's been aired out a long time ago. In your foundation, you need to make plans for the future. You need to get out of this crossroads and pick a path. And the only way you'll know which direction is right for you is to go within. For some of you, you could have retreated. You could have taken this time already, and now you're ready to move forward, knowing what path you want to go in. But some of you are still holding on very, very tightly to that idea of this person being your happily ever after. Why is the Seven of Swords here in Libra's crowning? So this is the main issue, is the cheating, the deceit, the lies, the sneaking around. Could have been with a fire sign, or you're sending messages back and forth about this situation, trying to talk it out. But it looks like there was a younger fire sign involved for some of you. Why is the Six of Pentacles here in Libra's position? Yeah. So the Six of Swords fell out in reverse. So Libra, you were the one that was not fully giving to the relationship. There was an addiction. You could be dealing with an addiction, Libra. But now you're not wanting to move away from this connection. You're wanting to now put into the relationship. You could have somebody who is communicating with you that they're ready to go after learning some information that is coming to light. Why is the Eight of Wands here? I do feel you really truly love this person, but things just went haywire. There's been a lack of communication between the two of you for a long time, but that's because this needs to wrap up. This is the end of the karmic cycle. Communication needs to be had. Somebody was left in the dark about what was going on. For some of you, you fear this financial struggle if you walk away. For some of you, you are communicating with somebody that you walked away from in the past, and they could be letting you know that they're moving on, they're moving forward. And this is really causing you an emotional sadness this weekend. Why is the Tower here? The two of you could have been separated for a little bit, and you were hoping that they would welcome you back with open arms, but I do think that they're going to communicate that they're not wanting to come back together, because this is making you really sad. This is just an emotional sadness, because somebody's telling you that they're not wanting to come back together, that they're moving on, or you're delivering this message to somebody, Libra. Either way, one of you is going to be very upset and very sad that they're not wanting to fight for this connection anymore. And their final answer, their final judgment is no, that they're going to walk away. In your person's energy, they have the Six of Swords. That's why I'm feeling that they're the ones walking away, but we'll see. Why is the Six of Swords? Yeah, they're taking back control of their life, and they're moving on. They could be somebody who's very well known in the public. They could be somebody who is recognized, but either way, they're choosing to move forward and going through a different or going towards a different opportunity. Could be dealing with an Aries here with the Emperor, or this is somebody who owns their own business, or just somebody who is a very take charge type of person. They could have been very controlling in the relationship as well. Everything had to be their way, but either way, they're moving forward. They're moving on from this connection. Why is the Hanged Man here for Libra? Thank you. And why is the Eight of Swords here for Libra? Wow. Okay, so Libra, you have the Hanged Man. This has been in a delay. The ending of this connection has been in delay for some reason. So you were unable to walk away from the situation. You took a long time to think about whether you want to sever this marriage or not. But while you're in this time of separation, you're going to realize that you can get out of this place of being stuck. For some of you, this is very few of you. The Eight of Swords is jail. Some of you, you have been in jail, or they have been in jail, and that's what this delay was all about. But now that this delay is over, they're letting you know that they're leaving, that they're walking away, that they're cutting ties. Either you or them are delivering that message. That one is for very few of you, because obviously not everybody's in jail. For the majority of you, this is just, you took a long time to decide whether or not to walk away from this situation that nobody's winning from. And in this time of delay, you now see the way out. You now see that you're not trapped by this situation and that you can leave if you so choose. Why is the Ace of Swords here in the reverse? Why is the Ace of Swords here for the outcome? Okay. So, in the outcome, you're still not seeing clearly, Libra, or they're not, the truth of the matter. And it's clarifying your stability and your new beginning. You're at the end of that karmic cycle. It's time to set out on your own journey and find your own stability again. It's time to see the truth of things, because this is the truth. This is not the truth. So, most definitely, like I said, you could be dealing with an Aries, but this is just needing to clear the air. That this situation is over and it's time for you guys to go on your own separate paths. In the bottom of the deck, you have the Eight of Pentacles, trying to just keep your head, or keep your nose to the grindstone and working hard. This is also manifesting things into the spiritual, or into the material. And some of you are working to beat an addiction, you're trying to work hard in order to avoid indulging in something. And Spirit's advice is to keep working hard to, fight that need for that overindulgence in whatever it is that you, whatever that codependency was in. Yeah, and in order to gain your stability back, in order to gain your confidence, you have to release. You have to let go of whatever it is that you're holding on too tight to as far as being a spouse. If you're the male is the one that's holding on too tight to this relationship. Stressing and worrying about a new beginning, getting a new chance with this person that you are married to. Needing to release that worry, that stress, because your new beginning is out there. You just have to take your eyes off, or your hands off your eyes, and you'll see the way out of that. But most definitely some healing needs to happen. You have Temperance and the Four of Swords and the Nine of Swords under that next. So needing to find some healing, needing to continue working hard on whatever it is that was overindulged in, and needing to let go, because things are so cloudy for you right now, Libra. I wish it was a happier reading, but either you or them. Remember, it can be vice versa. So please let me know in the comments if this resonates with you, because this is a pretty specific reading for you, Libra. So let's see what guidance we can offer. Fairness. This situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. This does speak of courts. This is the Justice card in a regular deck. So it is, this divorce is going to turn out fairly. It is going to turn out just how it's meant to. My guides are telling me to read it. So let me read the actual message so we can help as much as possible. It says, let me suggest another definition for fairness. It's when all parties involved surrender their personal agendas in favor for the greater good of the entirety of the group. This requires trust in the wisdom of the whole. When it comes to matters of disputes, the attacks are based on fears that you may not receive your share. Yet attacks amplified the hurt and pain that's caused the dispute in the first place. Why not surrender your attachment to a specific outcome and instead direct your holy will toward the resolution of the argument? Hold a firm vision of a peaceful outcome and let the pieces fall into place in a harmonious manner. Lawsuits will be resolved, a dispute will end harmoniously, you'll be treated fairly, and keep everyone's needs in mind during negotiations. Release the guilt and shame, as these emotions can attract a punishing attack. Release guilt and shame, as these emotions can attract a punishing attack. Wow. It says Maat is the Egyptian goddess of integrity, fairness, and justice, who holds the scale that measures souls against a feather of time of death to detect any heaviness from guilt. Maat protects us in business and personal relationships, ensuring that we're treated fairly and honorably. Call upon her before signing any contract, during a dispute, or whenever you feel guilty or remorseful. So Libra, that's very important for you to hear, if you know, because my guides told me to read out the book. So release that guilt, release that, shame, sadness, and know that this will work out fairly. But it's time to release. It's time to let go and let this relationship come to an end so you both can move on in a peaceful manner. So, all right, Libras, I hope you have a beautiful and blessed weekend. I send you all my love. See you next time. God bless.